tags up. One. He's going to get... Oh! I'm starting to believe as well, Henry, because he's gone and taken Flaming. Oh, Fallen! Stop blowing my mind!
One of the greatest leaders that we have in global offensive today is Fallen, that his leadership permeates every layer of the Brazilian scene.
Fallen able to get the adjustment off, jumps on the bomb once more, Ben, and a one-on-one here, picks him out of the air, jumps back on it. Does he have time? He doesn't have it! MIBR are going to be eliminated out of IEM Chicago. NRG take it.
Even though some people might say that I might not understand the game that well anymore, I think that's not the case. I have a lot of confidence on my abilities on that regard.
And simple swaps to the USP. He knows a single shot's gonna get the job done. Walking into the angle, Fallen crouched. Fallen's gonna get the better of him. 3 kills from Fallen. An excellent 1v3 when Liquid absolutely need one.
It's only been 2 months since Fallen joined Team Liquid, and he's already started turning things around for this struggling NA org. But not everyone saw this coming. Fallen was once a CSGO legend. Hell, he's the godfather of Brazilian CS.
Considering upper has Alu go look low. Hits the diffuser, Fallen gets back. That is incredible. That might be the game in itself. An absolutely brilliant play from Fallen.
But the last couple of years haven't been kind to him.
Fallen able to get the adjustment off, jumps on the bomb once more, Ben, and a one-on-one here, picks him out of the air, jumps back on it. Does he have time? He doesn't have it! MIBR are going to be eliminated out of IEM Chicago. NRG take it!
Between lackluster performances and his longtime roster MIBR falling apart, 2020 marked the end of a Brazilian dynasty. Frustrated with everything that was going on, Fallen benched himself out of protest. Meanwhile, Team Liquid, another former top team, was also self-destructing.
This hard fight, this long fight, it might be drawing to an end and not in favor of the Liquid side. Oh. Down goes Elige, and it's all on Twist. 20 seconds, Molly on him, he's burning alive. Wow. Triumph have done it, 2-1.
After a string of poor performances, Liquid ended up having to say goodbye to longtime players Twists and Nitro.
With all the different moving pieces in the team at the time, you know, Grim coming in, Nitro stepping out, Adren, the old coach, stepping out, and just the general confusion of who's playing where and who's doing what and how all of this affects everyone in the game itself. You know, overcoming some of those and figuring out the right path to take moving forward was a huge, huge challenge.
Team Liquid have to go back to the drawing board. They need practice and they need improvement because Astralis just eliminated them from the losers bracket of DreamHack Masters Winter.
But behind the scenes, Fallen was practicing with Team Liquid as a stand-in, eager for another chance to prove himself.
I have always been good friends with Stewie, so once he realized I'll be out, I got a message from Moses, their coach. He asked me if I could go for some practice just to see if it would fit, just to see if it would be a good mix between ourselves. Sometimes you play against people, but it's a whole completely different world when you have to play with them, right? So I think they wanted to take a look and decide for themselves. I think they actually did try out some other players as well, and in the end, we found it was a good fit for everyone involved to be joining forces together.
As a primary opper and a natural leader, Fallen offered Liquid the 2 things they needed most.
We really needed someone who could come in and have a little bit more of like a unifying personality for the team. I think we needed someone who was going to have respect to the other players as well, who could kind of focus everyone on one single goal. And Fallen with his accomplishments and his pedigree as a player, obviously is a natural fit in that position.
Okay, tags up. One. He's going to get... Oh! I'm starting to believe as well, Henry, because he's gone and taken Flaming. Oh, Fallen! Stop blowing my mind!
But on the other hand, it had been a long time since anyone saw Fallen in peak form.
I don't think it's a good move. I think it would be better to get an opper as someone like Brokey to play the passive op role, fit into the system and have Stewie call with like the aggressive rifle style that they have been working with in the past. I think that was the better option.
Some thought his glory days were behind him, that he was a dinosaur, washed up, and that his next move should have been, well, retirement.
Even though some people might say that I might not understand the game that well anymore, I think that's not the case. I have a lot of confidence on my abilities on that regard.
Fallen's first test with Liquid was the Blast Premier Global Finals 2020, where they clinched a respectable top 4 finish.
Simple swaps to the USP. He knows a single shot's gonna get the job done. walking into the angle, Fallen crouched. Fallen's gonna get the better of him. 3 kills from Fallen. Looking for the perfect timing off of the flash, sees them, takes down Electronic. Oh, and he hits the flick to Boomich. A headshot for Grim, and a first map from Liquid in just ridiculous fashion.
Unfortunately, by the time the group stage for the 2021 Blast Premier Spring Finals rolled around, it looked like the honeymoon was over.
Fallen, who's been the one player kind of a little slower on the scoreboard tonight, in a game stacked with talent. He's gonna get some Deagle damage, but he's swarmed, and FaZe Clan have picked up the first map of this series.
Nap is there though with a nice shot, and suddenly it's a 2-on-3 as Rain will take down Liege. Coming up from behind, it won't matter. Oh, Stewie gets caught, and it is going to be the map in favor of FaZe.
Equally disappointing was Fallen's individual performance, ranking near the bottom of all players at the tournament. But stats don't always tell the full story, and Fallen's leadership and team building skills aren't exactly quantifiable.
I actually think that taking care of the relationships inside the team is what makes a winning team. That's one of the aspects of a winning team. I try to make sure that doing all the normal things that happens inside the team, people can talk out and can really put outside the things they think should be different. They can really give comments on other teammates' approach to the game, and try to have a good environment where we can work together as a unit to get everyone better as much as we can.
He's definitely adding a lot of ideas that we have. Like if Jake isn't having a lot of ideas, then Fallen is immediately within like a millisecond, he's giving some type of idea and trying to help out the team. So I think that he's been really helpful in that regard, just team atmosphere, giving ideas, and keeping everyone in it.
The question on everyone's mind was whether or not Fallen would take over in-game leadership duties from the struggling Stewie 2K.
Now, I just want to ask you, you already said Stewie will be the IGL for now. So can you tell us a little bit about
Not for now, forever. He's the best.
Forever? That's forever? Is that it? You're not going to take over at some point?
That's it. Why you guys consider I will go later?
It's a question. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh no! So tell me about your role. Like, what is it you're bringing? Do you have a say in the strategy?
Sometimes I cheer the guys, I make some massage, and sometimes I get some kills as well.
Coffee, all right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
I think there's still some areas where we can find to integrate him more and bring that strength of his game into the team. So I mean, it's kind of working it out. Some games, he feels like there's some places where he doesn't have the space to get involved, and some games it works fine. So it's just an ongoing process of finding that comfort zone and finding a rhythm between him and Jake on who's kind of who's kind of taking over the team in different areas.
But in the days leading up to IEM Katowice 2021, the secret slipped out. Fallen would be taking over as Team Liquid's IGL.
We obviously, after our recent performances, we're trying to implement Fallen as our main IGL now. So with that, obviously, like I said, the op and IGL role has been taken up by him.
C2K has been leading for a while. He's doing a super great job in terms of understanding the game, understanding which strategies people are running the most, like what's good, what's not. So I used that first moment to take a picture and realize how those guys like to work, how they like to operate inside the game. And outside the game, we felt that with my presence leading the team, with a little bit more positivity, with a little bit more paying attention to those details outside the game, making sure everyone is comfortable. If someone is not comfortable, going to this guy, making sure we can have a good and open conversation about it. So I think those things is where I can help the most.
Katowice was Fallen's ultimate opportunity for redemption, his chance to prove to the world that he still had it.
Fallen has. Naf as well adds another to the list. MIBR disintegrating before our very eyes. There's only one man for the job. It's Jello, and he can't do it. 16. The play in upper bracket. Liquid continue there. MIBR sent down to the lowers.
He's got to go now or he's out of time. And this is all over one way or another. A brilliant shot from the kills. It's the only way he can win, and there's no reason to give him the fight. That's the game. Another clutch from Naf, this time with the clock. It's 16-14. Liquid move on.
Liquid cruised through a tough group, even beating Na'Vi, one of the best teams in the world, to make it to the semifinals.
Oh, he sees the first man, damage getting done, and now they have him trapped, now they've got him cornered. Bitlef fighting for his life, and it's Fallen to close it out for Team Liquid.
And then Liquid faced off against Virtus Pro.
Fallen's grabbed another. This really isn't hurting VP by any means. If they rip this AWP out of Fallen's hands, they're going to continue to throw bodies at him, and Fallen is just absolutely wrecking him.
Come on, give it to him. He has survived. Fallen will bring the AWP into the next. He refuses to surrender his arms, go down quietly.
But Fallen couldn't do it all. With their economy in the toilet, Liquid wound up playing right into VP's hands.
Not been an issue for VP in the past, and it doesn't seem like it'll be an issue here. Just onto Elige then, and it's clean, it's tidy, it's Virtus Pro, baby. They are here in the semi-finals with a statement.
In the end, Liquid went down swinging, taking a close 16-12 loss on Mirage.
Kick it onto the first, it's all onto Grim. Already find the first two. VP just needs to silence him, he's got plenty of time. Advancing onto James' position, he's isolated it, can he really? Oh, Sanji the Heartbreaker! And Virtus Pro, they're off to the grand finals.
While a fourth place finish might not be the Cinderella story that some fans were hoping for, no one can deny that the future looks bright for Team Liquid and Fallen.
I was very satisfied with our results, and I've been learning a lot from those guys. Being honest, I've been playing for more than 17 years now, and when you jump up and start playing with players from different schools of CS, you're able to realize some differences between what you think about the game beforehand and what they think of some situations. And I have been able to learn so much from Elige, from Stewie. Those guys really know a lot about the game. So I'm using all their knowledge to update myself. I'm using it as a boost to get even better and be able to lead the team the best way I can.
Liquid outplaced Astralis, Na'Vi, and Vitality to earn their top 4 finish. They stood as not just the best team from NA, but one of the best teams in the world. Just a few months ago, Liquid was struggling and people thought Fallen was washed. But his veteran leadership brought the team back from the brink and proved that you can never count out the godfather of Brazilian CS.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring that notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit up our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages.